So this is going to be a raw off-the-cuff video. It's currently 9:14 p.m. here in Bali, and I'm just about to go to bed for the day. And I was finishing off my day watching all of the staff interviews that we did on our Bali company retreat. I'm not sure if that video is out just yet, but essentially we did an interview with all of our team members and asked them what's it like to work at our company, to work alongside such awesome people, how they enjoy their jobs and how they've developed in their careers. I wasn't asking the questions, pinning them down, just as an FYI. It was one of our other awesome team members, and there was no expectation on them to say anything whatsoever. And I was just watching all the videos back, and fuck, it hit me. I definitely teared up watching those videos, and listening to the things that our amazing people said. I literally felt like an obligation to record this video. So this is going to be more of a raw one, just off the cuff. I've written a couple dot points here, which is just leadership advice to the younger Lockie and potentially yourself if you're in a leadership position. The first thing is, there's literally nothing more rewarding than seeing your teammates grow. Like nothing. And some of this stuff is going to sound cliche, so younger Lockie man, don't take this for granted, because I really mean it. Like seeing the development, I can see the development so clearly, because I remember every single employee interview. I don't even like the word employee, because I think everyone's a teammate and a friend. Like I genuinely remember every single teammate interview for everybody who works by our side. And then seeing them in the interview talking about their development, and in such short periods of time as well since being with us, I can see two extremely different people. And there is literally nothing more rewarding than that. And I think so many people in business, I know especially myself when I was younger, you get into business a lot of the time because you're missing voids in your own life, and you have things that you're trying to fill through business and through your career development. And I don't think I could have predicted the fact that the most rewarding feeling I'll literally ever receive is being able to look at who somebody is today, and knowing where they've come from, on our team. Like that's so awesome. The next one is, you can only lead your team to the level at which you can lead yourself. And all the adversities you are facing is the training for helping your team work through those same adversities. So don't wish for a smooth sea, because it won't make you a skilled sailor. Yeah, I was a terrible leader when I first got into this entrepreneurship stuff. Like the first time that we brought on employees, I couldn't even define myself as a leader. I would have been like just turned 20 years old. First time I had teammates. And I did not set any visions, I did not set any examples, and I really couldn't lead myself very well, and that just bled straight through to our teammates. And so I couldn't give them a great employment experience, make their job really awesome, give them support they need, which is, I believe, is an unfortunate thing that you have to actually go through to become a good leader. And I think that hearing them talk and hearing the things that they said in the interviews around working here, it's just very interesting, because I see so much in them of what I have battled through. And a lot of the things that they talked about that really hit me is, it's not like, oh yeah, working up here, it's really awesome because we get XYZ annual leave, or he lets us clock off early. Like nothing like that was said. It was everything that was said was from a place of the adversities that I faced in my own life, both professionally and, most important, personally. I feel like I'm in a family environment here where my teammates, including the founders, can help me work through that, because they've worked through that themselves and they want to see me win and want to help me work through that. So all the adversities you're facing right now, stop wishing for it to be easier, because that is the training, that is the development that your team is going to need from you. And do you want to be a leader who can help your team push through adversities in their own life? Do you want to be able to inspire them to do more, to be more, and become the best versions of themselves? Well, guess what? That only comes through facing difficult, uncomfortable adversities. And when I was younger, virtually my whole life I've had to do that by myself in this particular area. And since I've been able to do it by myself, I'm significantly more qualified, and it's easier for me to show my team how to do it as well, right? The next one is get fucking excited, man, for your teammates' growth, right? I'm a little bit extroverted. I feel like I'm introverted and extroverted, whatever you want to put the definitions on those words. But I love energy. I love transferring energy. I love getting excited for people. And I think that's something that I have done well. If I'm gonna give myself some credit, I think I've done that well, because that's just who I am, and I get so much energy out of giving energy to people. And you need to believe in your team more than they believe in themselves. And this is a really important one. You have to genuinely care about them personally, and that will shine through, not just in what you do, but most importantly, how they feel. Okay, not for yourself, but for them. I've had some amazing work experiences and some not amazing work experiences, and you can just tell if the founder of a business wants you to win, because it means they will win. And if you aren't winning for them, then they don't take that, then they don't want to support you in that. And so I go above and beyond as much as I possibly can to get excited, not just to prove a point, but just because I genuinely do. I'm so excited for my teammates' growth, so much further above and beyond how that's going to benefit me. Like I always say to the team, like, if you want to win here, I'll support you. If you want to win by yourself, I want to support you. If you want to win for one of our direct competitors, not that I think we have any competitors, then I will support you. And I mean it, right? I mean it, and I get really excited. And I think that excitement for someone's future, they often don't have it for themselves in the same level of belief. And so when you transfer that level of excitement to that level of belief to them, it actually inspires them to think bigger and have more conviction that it's possible. The next one is expect high standards from yourself and your people. Some people aren't ready for the opportunity yet, and it's your obligation to find the person who is to give them that opportunity. So this kind of correlates to the one, like, you can only lead your team to the level which you can lead yourself. I'm a big believer that your life is a direct reflection today of the standards you've had up until this point. And you need to have very, very high expectations for yourself, because if you don't have high expectations for yourself, I believe it's unethical to, not only do you come across like an absolute pleb, try and put those expectations on other people. It's transparent, but I think it's also just unethical to try and hold people to a standard you don't even hold yourself to, and it just won't work. People will see through it, right? That said, though, you can't save everyone. That was something I tried to do a lot in the beginning of hiring people, and we started to grow quite swiftly, and we got lots more people on, as I tried to save everyone that came on. There were definitely pros to this. If they were moving slow or not making things work, I would take that as a reflection of me being a shit leader, and no matter how slow someone is, that's me being a shit leader. But there are definitely times that I overlooked people who just didn't want it badly enough, or just they weren't ready for the opportunity that we have here in our companies. And if I could go back, I would have a higher standard around not just like taking 100% self-blame when it really isn't, and being inaccurate, right, to the point of just inaccuracy and banging my head against a brick wall, but actually viewing it as, if you keep pouring into this person and they don't pour into themselves, you're actually robbing a person who will pour into themselves of the opportunity that you have here. And now, like, watching those videos and listening to the things that my amazing teammates have said, like, fuck, man, it cuts me up to even think about robbing someone like that, because there's more people out there like that. There's heaps more of an opportunity just because I'm giving it to someone who is not willing to work for themselves. Like a quick side story, and I've got absolute love for this person, so it's not a judgment or anything. I had a team member who joined one of our teams, and when team members throughout the day have wins, we all celebrate massively in the Slack channel, right? And everyone gets in and supports them and shouts them out, and the gifts go crazy and the emojis go crazy. And this new team member, they were having wins and other people were having wins, and everyone who was on the team was shouting them out and supporting them, but they never did it once back in the first 3 days to anyone else on the team. And I got on a meeting and I let them know essentially how that comes across. Like, you can't kind of understand how that's going to come across to the rest of the team if you never give them a pat on the back and everyone's giving you a pat on the back, right? And then he did make a change. And then essentially I said to him, I said it with love, I wasn't a dick about it at all, but I'm also quite direct. I said, if you don't want to support your fellow teammates, that's totally fine, but I highly recommend you just join a team where no one expects you to support your fellow teammates. Because trust me, there are a lot of those teams out there, right? And so he did, and so he quit the next day. I think that was the best move for both himself and for myself. And so I would try and, if I go back, hold those expectations to people more, because it will actually be better for both of us. And the last one here in my little video is there's so many little moments that add up in terms of like interactions with my team and conversations and messages throughout my days, because I move so fast and we have so many people now. Like, I have so many interactions. Like, it'd be interesting to see how many Zoom meetings and Slack messages and voice notes and things I have just on a daily basis, like little interactions with my team. And this really, really hit me. You have no idea how important a single moment or effort can be to your people. So always go out of your way to make them, even if they seem small. It's the highest ROI thing you could do for your own life fulfillment moments. And I found that to be a very, very interesting lesson that hit me. Because I'm so focused on the vision and solving big problems, all the little moments throughout the day, just to keep the wheel spinning, that I have with my team, I don't think I fully appreciated how impactful they are to each of my teammates, but listening to them talk back, and a few of them like genuinely tear up because of the moments that we've had that obviously are still very, very important moments for me, but I have so many moments that I don't think I fully understood the gravity at which it hit them. And so to see that and to hear that back, it was like, wow, well, if I knew that it was hitting them like this and they were appreciating like this and it was touching them like this, like, why would I not go out of my way to make, more of those moments happen and all those small little efforts? So that was really big. And I thought something that was interesting for me when I thought about that was, and I don't think I've literally heard anyone ever talk about this in entrepreneurship, is that is actually the highest ROI thing you could do for your own life fulfillment moments. Watching that video back tonight, like I said, I felt a moral obligation just to record this video and even just get this off my chest to myself, right? It's kind of like a video diary entry, I guess, is like, there is no amount of money I've ever made. There's nothing I've ever purchased. There is no experience I've ever had that has hit me or like given me the feelings of achievement or fulfillment or just, big fucking grin on my face than watching back those videos and seeing how for the past, for a lot of these teammates, the past 12 months specifically, all those little moments, how they've changed the person they are today and how it's impacted them on so much deeper of a level than just professionally. It's changed who they are and how they show up in their own life and their family and their friends' lives. Like, wow. Like, just fucking wow. And I hope this video doesn't come across like I'm trying to talk about how good of a leader I am, because I think I've got so much more to work on than I'm getting right now. But it's literally just to share with the young version of myself things and appreciations that I don't think I could have grasped, especially when you're in the day-to-day doing it, focusing on growth and all those sorts of things. Like, it's your people, man. It's the development they go through. All those small little efforts that you invest and put into them, all those little moments you guys have, while in the moment may not seem as significant as a business goal that you're trying to chase, that you think will be this moment where you feel successful, whatever. When you look back and you see that development in your people and how it's affected them personally, there's no higher ROI, means return on investment, in regards to like life fulfillment. And I'm so confident now over the next 12 months, no matter all the revenue goals, or the business goals, or the lifestyle goals, or the project goals, whatever it is that we achieve, I now know that 12 months from today, the most fulfilling thing looking back is going to be seeing all the little moments that our teammates have for who they become and who they inspire to do the same thing. So that's my little video on advice for young leaders Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.